your girl Taj Mahaly, and this is a place for beauty bosses and skin enthusiasts. And today I'm going old school YouTube aesthetic on y'all. I'm sitting on the floor in my bedroom in front of the sun. My grease slick honeys, okay? Do you produce enough oil on your face that you could fry chicken with it? Do you notice that you're more of a drenched donut rather than a glazed donut? No worries, I got you, boo. Today we're gonna be talking about all the necessities, all these wonderful tips that I have for you today pertaining to oily skin. I thought my world was revolutionized after I had found out about oil blotting sheets. Today, you guys, I have some wonderful tips for my lovely drenched donut gals. It's okay, we're gonna de-escalate you down. You up here, you shining on us, okay? You shining on us, and that's beautiful, that's great. But you know, we're gonna bring it a little bit down. Come down a little bit. My very first tip is to oil cleanse. Not only oil cleanse, but to oil cleanse with organic hemp seed oil. So you guys, I love oil cleansing. If you've been on YouTube this year, LA Beautyologist made a wonderful video explaining how and when and how frequently to oil cleanse. So if you want a deeper, a more expounded version of that, you can definitely check out her channel. The reason why I love oil cleansing for oilier skin types is that oil is like a magnet. Oil attracts to oil. So if you already have oily skin, using a nice oil to cleanse with is amazing. Now, any oil isn't gonna do it. Just any oil, like coconut oil, no. Absolutely not. And you know what? I personally have personal beef with whomever decided to put their happy fingers on the internet and tell everyone to go grab coconut oil. Hemp seed oil is great because on a scale of 0 to 5, hemp seed oil is a 0 on the comedogenic scale. What the comedogenic scale is a scale that measures how from least clogging to most clogging a product or an oil is. Coconut oil, I want to say, is a 4 or a 5. Hemp seed oil is a 0. Squalane oil as well is a 0. So if you enjoy squalane or you like the Biossance line, they have some oil as well. However, I find that the most cost effective and my favorite oil is hemp seed oil. Hemp seed oil is full of omegas 3, 6, and 9s, omega fatty acids. Really great to cater to the health and the integrity of the skin. If you've ever had your grandma tell you, you know, you need to eat fish because it's good for your skin, she's talking about those omegas. So these have all 3 of those, and I genuinely love it. I got this one from Whole Foods, but you can definitely get your hemp seed oil from any other places. Just make sure that it is cold pressed and organic. I've actually had a chance to go ahead and press my own oil. When I was living out in Denver, I had an associate that had a hemp farm. I can guarantee you there's a huge difference between fast processed, hot processed oil versus cold pressed. Cold pressed costs more because it's pressed at a lower temperature, so you're not cooking out all the benefits. If it's over a certain temperature and heat, you are cooking out the nutrients within the oil. That's why cold pressed oils cost a little bit more. Second is you're going to want to use exfoliants. Now, since you are a wonderful person who has extra oils, you have heightened oil levels, you are more prone to clogged pores. So what that means is you have to work overtime to help, 1, balance out your oil. That's what the first step was. But 2, making sure that your pores and that canal is nice and clean and not being congested with oil. That's how we get our blackheads. That's how we get our open comedones, closed comedones. And sometimes over the time of the pore being filled with sebum or oil, it can become infected and become a cyst, or you can have those painful under the skin cystic acne bumps. I have really been loving, as far as an exfoliant, the Youth to the People Kombucha Power Toner. This has 11% of AHA in it. It has lactic, glycolic, and tree bark. Tree bark is, I mean, if I'm noticing this properly, tree bark is gonna be your derivative for your salicylic acid. This is a nice bit of active that you have in here, and I think that if you are someone who has never done any exfoliating, this can definitely pull things that are underneath the surface to the top. However, this isn't necessarily a beginner toner in my opinion. If you're not used to using exfoliants and things that are active ingredients on a regular basis or on a bi-daily basis, you know, you know, 3 to 4 times a week, then I highly recommend the First Aid Beauty Radiance pads right here. These are individually packaged. They're great. I've noticed that a lot of people who are beginners to this, fresh in the game, they can't handle a lot of high actives like an 11% AHA, but this one right here is definitely very doable for people. It's very accessible. You can grab this at either, I want to say, Target and Sephora, or you can just grab it offline if you're not going anywhere, which I encourage you not to do so anyway. But these are great. How many pads come in here? You get a lot, because I'm still not out. Like, I have a little bit left. They've been shifted around, but I've had this for, I got these this year, and I haven't, oh, it has 60 pads. 60 pads in it, and I don't use these every day. I kind of rotate my actives depending on what my skin needs, but these are awesome, awesome, especially if you're someone who tends to get a lot of congestion right here in the cheeks. I've noticed that this area right here tends to get extremely sensitized from people who are using heavy actives, whole lots of salicylics, high salicylic margins with low pHs in their products. They get very sensitive right here. So if you're one of those people, stop what you're doing, stop your actives completely, get your barrier pair together, and whenever you're ready to get your barrier and back intact, then you can go ahead and start off low and slow with a active like this. If you would like for me to make a video on how you can improve the health of your barrier, or exactly what your barrier function is, or what is your skin barrier, your microbiome, I can definitely do that. Make sure you like this video. That helps with the algorithm, and it can also give us a really great video for you guys to know what that is. Your biome is the glue that holds everything together for your skin. Okay, my next tip is gonna be controversial, and I don't care. I stand by it. I believe it. And that tip is to wash your face less. Not more, honey, less. The reason why I'm gonna say this is back in high school, whenever I was going through my acne phase, I'm just like, oh, you know, everyone around me was like, oh, are you washing your face? Are you cleaning your face? Is your face clean? Like, it's still oily. Why are you not washing your face? I was washing my face, you guys, like at least 3 times a day. 3 times a day. That's craziness. Why would you do that? We're gonna go back to the microbiome that I was talking about, your skin barrier. You are stripping your skin religiously time after time, and how your oil glands work is that, okay, boom, you're a hormonal teenager, we're gonna pump out this oil, right? It's gonna happen. Unless you're using something to help balance it out, or you're oil cleansing or doing any of those things, it's gonna happen, right? So what you do as a response, you see like, oh my gosh, my skin is oily, I'm gonna go wash it. Wash it, probably with a very harsh cleanser that already has tons of different actives on it that your skin probably isn't able to take anyway, especially not multiple times a day. And now you are stripping your skin. So now you notice like, okay, not only is my skin tight, but I'm not even gonna put moisturizer on it, right? So now you're like looking like SpongeBob, like, you feel me? You're looking like that, okay? You're looking like that. You're looking like that, and you notice your skin is very tight. An hour or so later, around lunchtime, you'll notice again that you are right back where you started, or possibly even more oily. Because when you strip that oil from your skin, your oil glands is like, oh, mayday, mayday, something happened here. There was oil here, you took it away, and now we need to overcompensate because clearly something was wrong here. We put this oil here, and now we're noticing that it just disappeared. Not good. So that is why you have to use some reverse psychology on your skin. That's why using that oil to help absorb that excess oil will help you out tremendously. Your oil glands will be like, oh, okay, clearly there's a whole lot of oil here. Let's chill out. We don't need to make as much. So that's something that you want to consider. Oh, it's a ladybug. That's something that you want to consider when it comes to cleansing your skin. Personally, oh my God, I'm not going to get it. I'm just going to let it ring. I love to tell people in the morning, if you could just refresh your face with a cool towel, unless you're out here doing, you know, things at night, and that's your prerogative. That's your business. You're grown. If you're not doing anything crazy at night, if you're like me and you just go to bed, lonely and wake up lonely and you don't have to worry about none of the other stuff like that you did the night before, then you just need to use a cool rag to wipe down that excess bit of product, go in with toning, and then continue in with your morning routine. In the evening, you want to wash the day away, okay? That's when you get your nice active cleanser in. You massage it in for your 60 seconds because Nye, the LA beautyologist, said so, and you're gonna do what she says, okay? You don't need to do that twice a day. I am almost convinced that skincare companies tell you to cleanse twice a day, so you use twice as much product so you can get it twice as fast. I don't think it's necessary. I don't. Period. Next is to change your linens frequently. I want you to think back right now, when was the last time you changed your pillowcase? When was the last time you changed your pillowcase? I have a pillowcase here right now, right? So these are my pillowcases. I love white pillowcases because I can bleach them. I have tons of pillowcases and I have tons of white washcloths. I put on a lot of skincare products in the evening, so after I sleep on it on one side, I flip it over the next day, sleep on the other side, then it's a new pillowcase. When was the last time that you changed your sheets? Do you sleep with the sheets over your face? I mean, think about your whole body here. Of course we're talking about, you know, the neck up, but there's a whole other vessel of you that contains skin. When was the last time you changed your sheets? In our bed, we sweat in our sleep, you know, we shed skin cells because that's when the highest level of skin cellular turnover is going on. It's very important to change your linens. Your towels too, your bath towels, your washcloths, all of it is so important to be changing frequently, especially if you have more oily or acne prone skin. Especially as us as black women, we use tons of different hair products. You know, we have our bonnets, we have our do-rags. I wear a dewy personally. Those have oils from the different hair products we have. That all gets on our pillowcase. We roll over it, and guess what? It gets in your skin. So imagine, you know, you've had the same pillowcase for 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks worth of your hair products, 2 weeks of your skincare products, 2 weeks of your sweat, dead skin cells, all of that in your pillowcase. It's just not the business, boo. It's not the business. Go change your pillowcase today. Number 5, niacinamide. You guys know, if you are ever gone to my suite, I literally talk about niacinamide. I basically recommend it for just about every single person that comes in the suite. Niacinamide has wonderful benefits to help with skin barrier function, helping with hyperpigmentation, as well as oil regulation. There is not many products on the market that helps with hyperpigmentation as well as active or inflamed acne as well. The two just don't coexist that well. So niacinamide is a unicorn. My favorite niacinamide is the Inkey List niacinamide. Another really great alternative to the Inkey List is Good Molecules niacinamide. They're both in the same price bracket. The only edge that Good Molecules has over the Inkey List, they will give you their full ingredient deck. They break it down. It's 10% this, 5% this, 2% this, so you know that you're not buying, like, you know, if you ever buy something that's supposed to be a high active percentage serum and then you look at the back of the box and you're like, okay, it's the very last ingredient. So there is less than 1% of this in this. I just paid for a bottle of water. Niacinamide is awesome. If you're struggling with hyperpigmentation or dark marks, niacinamide has been shown in different clinical studies that at a 4% concentration, it is much more effective than a 10% hydroquinone, which is the skin bleaching agent. So, I mean, that says everything. It's vitamin B3. It's amazing. It's great. If I ever feel like my skin barrier has been impaired, I feel more dry, flaky, and sensitive right here in my butterfly area. So right here in the patches of my forehead and around my nose and the inner cheeks, that is when I use this, okay? Aside from that, I hope you enjoyed all my tips and tricks, and I know that this is a very weird way to film, that I wanted to kind of give you circa 2012 YouTube vibes, you know, just sitting on my floor, have my bed in the background, you know, and just talk to you about skincare. I feel like things have been getting very stuffy here in the past few years, where like you have to have the highest quality lens and the highest quality backdrop and all the things, and I enjoy all that stuff too, but this is what brought me to YouTube. Just regular folks sitting on their floor giving you information that you can use to your advantage. So I hope all these tips are great for you. I'll leave everything in the description box below. Please make sure you like and comment and subscribe. Click the bell so you know when to see I'm posting again. And I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Thanks again, you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.